So as you guys can see, Mother Nature is not going to be kind to us. So instead, we're going to stay inside. We're going to do a little squats. We're going to do a little deadlifts. And then maybe keg rocks or something. I don't know. We'll play it by ear. But I don't know if you guys follow me on Instagram or Snapchat. If you don't, here's the handle right there. And the reason why I bring that up is I had a questionnaire, I guess, about what type of topic you want me to cover. Whether it was the type of nutrition I had or any type of stories I have. A lot of you guys that know me from day one knew that I was working at Planet Fitness when I first started this channel. And a couple people actually asked me why I'm not working there anymore. So I might dive into that. We'll see how I feel while I'm working out. Hopefully, man, this rain. Ooh, it's raining pretty good now. It's coming down a little hard. I don't know if you guys can hear me. I'm actually shouting right now, but I can barely hear myself because of the rain, like how hard it's coming down. So as you guys can notice, audibly, the rain has slowed down, finally died out. Still got a little drizzle going, but now you can actually hear me a little clearer. Just finished my warm-ups for squats. Today's top set, damn, that's a rusty plate. 250 pounds. Right now I'm running a Wendler 531. This is week 1 of a brand new cycle. So we're gonna aim for at least 5 reps. Squats. You know, it's funny, the other day, I don't know if you guys are following my Instagram. I think I already plugged it, but if I didn't, and you weren't paying attention, right here, there it is. I actually went for, I just hit an overhead press, a barbell press, push press, for 235 pounds, and it felt way too easy. And that was actually a 10-pound PR of mine. So instead of jacking it up 5 pounds or 10 pounds like a normal person would do, I said, fuck it, I just hit a PR, I feel really good. Let's just shoot for the moon, put an extra 10 pounds on each side to make it 255 pounds. Figuring I'd be able to hit it, you know, grind it out at least and get it. Didn't even come close. So it's kind of funny that a PR for me for a barbell push press is 235 pounds now. And really I'm just adding 15 more pounds for a week 1 cycle of squats on Wendler 531. I don't know, to me that's funny. To me it's strange. Weird. So you guys that actually know me, that have been following the channel for a while, know that, what was it, winter of last year, winter of 2018, I started working at Planet Fitness. And at the time I was drunk, you know, it seemed like a good idea at the time. Worked there for about 6 months and dealt with a lot of, you know, I don't want to badmouth it too much, but I mean, I guess, you know, all jobs, there's always some type of drawback, some type of issue workers are going to have, employees are going to run into. But I dealt with a lot of dumb shit and kind of just had it between like the micromanaging, certain employees getting special treatment and shit like that. I'm not going to name names, but I mean, somebody would get written up for like really, really stupid shit that other employees were doing the entire time that I worked there, and you know, they never got in trouble for it. So I kind of took it upon myself to just try to be one of those people that's like, you know what? Fair is fair. If you're not going to write up person A for it, you're not going to write up person B. And if you do, there's going to be trouble. So, whew! You know what? We're going to finish the story after we finish the set. So, I think we got 6 or 7, I'm not sure. But anyway, the thing about me, I love fairness. I love when people are being treated the way they're supposed to be treated. I hate special treatment. So I took it upon myself. I noticed some people were always running late. Nothing ever happened to them. So I would start to run late. I noticed some people would no call, no show, especially if it was my shift, and I would get stuck either working a double or I'd get stuck working a 12-hour shift, whatever. So I made sure I did that to other people as well. And here's the thing, guys. I'm not like an asshole, like I didn't enjoy doing that. But at the same time, I feel like if you're going to make one person be accountable, everybody should be accountable. To me, it's not that hard of a guideline to follow. But anyway. Whew. Oh, but I mean, other than that, you know, there were certain things that I didn't do to make even. Like, there were some people, and the managers knew this. And also, I worked there for 6 months. We had 5 or 6 different managers that I can remember, that I can literally name off the top of my head. People were doing drugs in the facility. Managers knew that. Nobody was doing anything about it. Now, me personally, I don't do drugs. Matter of fact, I actually just stopped drinking too. I want to say maybe 3-4 months ago. I'm kind of lame. I'm actually really lame. So yeah, that I didn't take into my own hands, but I was definitely running late. No call, no show. I also made it a point to, as soon as I would clock in, I would literally sit on the service desk. So when members would walk in, I'd be the first thing they see, and I'd be sitting on the desk, because I've seen that many times. So anyway, after doing that for so long, it finally caught their attention, maybe after like 2 or 3 full weeks of doing it. And then they called me into the office and said, hey, look, we have a problem with A, B, and C. And I said, it's funny because you don't have a problem when other people do it, but all of a sudden it's an issue. Why? Why is it an issue with me? So had a couple meetings with assistant managers, general managers, a regional manager. Actually, I was about to say flew in. That would have been really funny. A regional manager actually drove into our location to meet me, and we all sat down, had a discussion, and basically I just told him, I said, look, I think it's very, very strange that certain employees can get away with murder. I'm not saying they murdered anybody, but I'm saying if they did, they might get away with it. I don't know. But then if I'm 5 minutes late, it's, you know, I get a phone call the next day. Hey, you got to come in for a mandatory meeting. You know, we got to talk about A, B, and C. So finally, they ended up shit canning me, which I was actually relieved. I'm being stalked. I was actually relieved, and started collecting unemployment. Now I'm building my own gym. You gonna wave back? I'm doing a YouTube video right now. There you go. Thank you. Man, everywhere I go, see, people love me. It's crazy. I like I said, man, I'm not an asshole. I believe in doing what's right, and you know, everything being equal. That's all there is to it. So, I actually forget where I left off. So anyway, they got rid of me. I started collecting unemployment because I figured, after dealing with all this dumb shit for so long, why not just take some downtime, figure out what I want to do with my life. I know some of you guys are going to watch this and go, oh, wow, you're a real bum, you're collecting unemployment, blah, blah, blah. Now, don't get it twisted. I'm still looking for work, because obviously if there's a job somewhere out there that pays more and works to my advantage, I'm going to take it. Don't get me wrong. But at the same time, when you're getting paid, you know, I feel like personally I'm being compensated for all the dumb shit I had to put up with. Not only at that job, but jobs in the past where I really worked as hard as I could and people just didn't take notice, stuff like that. But anyway, this is a whole rant. Long story short, be a good person, try to do the right thing, make sure the shit is even. Also, if you want to conserve energy like I'm going to try to do now, instead of taking off all these plates and moving the bar here and putting the weights back on, as you see, I have other bars that I can actually load for the deadlift. Since this is already loaded with 225 pounds, I'm literally just going to take this off the rack and throw it there. I know a lot of people are going to be like, wow, you're saving a little bit of time, but you actually might be consuming more energy by lifting this off the rack, walking with 225 pounds and putting it down. I don't see it like that. I see it as I might actually be spending too much energy talking to you guys, but I'm just trying to help you in case you guys follow along and do stuff that I do. Which a lot of people would laugh if you did stuff like me. But those people that would laugh aren't happy with themselves. Okay. Make sure it's 225. Make sure there's no 10 to 2.5 hanging on. Just get right under it. Oh yeah. Bring it down. And then just walk, walk, walk. Yup. Yup. Voila. So that's my Planet Fitness story. And basically, if anything that you could take away from this video, it would be, don't be a shitty person. Do what you want to do, but just know that whether you try to play it safe or if you take chances in life, sooner or later you're going to come to crossroads where you have to make a decision. And basically you just have to sail the seas of consequence. That's the way I like to look at it. Damn. You sail along the seas of consequence.